To try to help with the formula shortage and just give families more tools, the American Academy of Pediatrics has recently changed some of their recommendations regarding cow's milk. So they have stated that if there's no formula available to your baby and your baby is at least 6 months of age, it is okay to give them a small amount of cow's milk for as short a time as possible. So again, we want to make sure that babies that we're considering this option are at least 6 months old, and we want to try to keep that volume to less than 24 ounces in a day. During this time, you want to keep searching for formula again at all of those different venues and start the formula as soon as possible. While the AAP did offer an alternative of cow's milk for a short period of time, it is still important to limit that. The reason is, number one, it doesn't have all of the nutritional content that's important for babies that are less than a year of age. The second reason is it can cause little small bleeding in the intestines, which can lead to anemia or low hemoglobin. And so if that goes on for too long, then the hemoglobin can get really low and cause problems that would lead to a hospitalization. If we do get to a point where you have to give your child cow's milk for a short period of time, make sure that you also are giving them iron-rich foods. So foods that have a lot of extra iron in them would include beans, red meats, and green leafy vegetables. So give those in addition to the cow's milk to help them get the extra iron that they need when you're not giving them formula. Whenever you're in a situation where you can't find formula for your baby and you're wondering about what to feed them, the first call should always be to your pediatrician. You can talk with your pediatrician and walk through together what your options are. Even if you're thinking about considering the cow's milk alternative, you want to make sure that you do that while talking with your pediatrician so that we can do it safely. There are a couple things you want to make sure to avoid. You want to avoid any homemade formula. There's a lot of recipes circulating around on the internet now, and none of those are safe, and they can really be very dangerous to babies. The other thing you want to avoid when you're dealing with a formula shortage is watering down or diluting your formula. So formula is very specially formulated to give babies the right amount of salt and other important minerals, and if we start adding extra water, it can make some really significant illnesses, and that can even lead to hospitalization. So you want to make sure that you're following the directions on the package for mixing your formula always.